Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. Thank you for being on time. Perfect timing. So, have you done anything special today? Hello, Julia Caesar.
Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening. All right, so now I have 4 students. Great. Thank you. Thank you for being on time. So, anything special today, Julius?
You, me, teacher?
Anything special today?
Yes, yes. My day is very, very, very good for have uh, for have life, for have work, for have all my family
Awesome.
is blessed.
It's been a blessed day then, huh?
Yes.
All right.
What about you, teacher? What about you?
Well, I finished some of my wife, she's the one that does it the most. She finished her piñatas. She finished half of the piñatas.
¿Mitad de qué?
Yeah, piñatas.
Oh, piñatas. Okay.
Yeah, she
You
finished them.
you yes you feel the candies.
Now we don't put candy. We just sell them, and then piñata shops they put candy in it. You know they do it all. Where did you get that shirt, Hector?
Hola. Hello, teacher.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. Where did you get the shirt?
It's my Christmas.
Really? Somebody
It's,
gave you that for Christmas?
no, for
Oh,
me.
you from yourself.
Yeah.
From you to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, Hector. What happened, Hector?
Messi,
Oh my
Messi, Messi, Messi is the GOAT.
The goat.
Messi is the GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who did I get?
It's my Christmas.
From you
The-
to you. Good for you.
yeah.
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 From me to me, I'm going to buy me a new headset. These ones are
Really?
too big. Yeah. I want some of the ones they use in call centers. You know, they're very fresh
Oh.
and they are like soundproof, you know, like
But that earphones don't hurt your ears, teacher.
this one's no, but you see I put on this cap because they keep rubbing my head. And
Oh.
that's making me bald. I'm losing my hair because of this thing here. So that's why I put on the cap, you know, to protect my hair. The little hair I have. I don't have much, so I have to take care of it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I never thought I'd be this old and still have a little bit of hair. I thought I was going to be completely bald.
Imagine my hair. I'm a little bit. I I only have my hair is really tiny.
Thin.
10.
Thin. Okay, all right. Yeah, my hair's thin too.
I need
Yeah.
to shave my hair.
Oh man, my wife cut it. I don't go to the hair salons. to the hair cutteries anymore. My wife cuts my hair. You know, I don't save me some money and some time.
I
Okay,
dodged
so
the-
let me see who is all here. Iliana, Jaime, Andres, Carlos, cameras, please. There we go. So yeah, trying to take care of that little bit of hair I still have. You know what I'm saying? Anywho. Okay, guys, today we're going to continue with, I have a pretty good activity for you, but the thing is that you will have to go to YouTube, and I don't want you doing that because I may enter and that would not be good for the company. Okay. We have some vocabulary we need to Google. Okay. It says use a dictionary to find the meaning of the words below. You have dispenser, dirt, designated, sink, and thoroughly. Okay, repeat with me. Dispenser,
Dispenser,
dirt,
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 designated,
dirt, designator,
designator, designator,
sink,
sink,
thoroughly.
thoroughly, thoroughly,
Okay, now from this vocabulary, well, what it says, use a dictionary. Of course, everybody's going to use the probably Google. And so
the last teacher, wait.
yeah,
The last one is I don't hear very well. The last, the
thoroughly,
number 5.
thoroughly,
Thorough,
thoroughly,
thorough,
yes,
thorough.
thoroughly. So you're going to look for this, the meaning of this, and then it asks if are procedure posters displayed in some areas in your workplace. Now look at the checklist below. So you have above and then you have below. Checklist below, designed to verify the steps of hand washing procedure. Do you think the checklist is efficiently to evaluate the procedure and why? So this is all about hand washing, guys, okay? You have to relate it to hand washing because you're going to find, if you look for designated, you're going to find a whole bunch of different meanings, but try to relate it to hand washing. Okay, whatever you can find in this. That's all we're going to do with this part. I'm going to send you a screenshot. This is page 24. Okay, so once you have all the vocabulary, okay, what you're going to do is in groups, not in pairs, in groups, use the evaluation checklist above as a model to create one of your own to evaluate a process you follow at your workplace. Okay, so this is about hand washing, okay? But now you guys are going to create one that you use in your workplace. Now, only one person from the group. You're going to help the person complete the process here to complete the evaluation, okay? So you're going to, for example, where I work, there is a sign for, okay, for example, when you go to your work, do you punch in? Do any of you guys punch in when you go to, okay, so that is a process, right? What do you do? Well, you're going to mention what the steps are. That's an example for punching in. Okay, what is it that you do? Well, you're going to Google whatever vocabulary you may need and write down the steps, similar to what you're going to do right now with the hand washing.
All the steps, teacher.
Yeah, because that one doesn't
Well,
have that many steps, right? For when you punch in,
punch in, turn around, turn on my computer, check the newspaper. Maybe in my case.
Okay, but just the instructions on how to punch in. That would be it.
Oh,
That's an example. There's one where you go wash your hands. It tells you how you're supposed to wash them, how you dry them. That's another thing. Okay. Can somebody else give me another example of steps of a chart maybe you might have at work?
How to brush your teeth.
Okay, how to brush your teeth. Good. That's another one. The proper way, right? There, because there's the wrong way and there's
how
the
to
right way.
manipulate maybe your mm, how to manipulate food, maybe something like meat. I don't know.
That could be it. That could be
Yeah,
it.
some
Definitely.
people put gloves, wash. It's a really procedure.
Yeah, there are processes. All right. A hair cutter, a hair cutter needs to explain first clean the chair, then you sit the customer, you wrap like an apron thing. I don't know what the proper name is. I think something like apron around the customer's neck, and you ask what it is that they want done and blah 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 blah. So some steps, okay? Some steps before you start or at work or before you start working. Guys, be creative. Let's not spend too much time on that. However, let's look for the vocabulary first. So first, vocabulary. Then talk about, you guys agree on somebody who follows some procedures at work, and then you write down the steps. So you're going to use the evaluation list to create your own, to evaluate your process you follow at your workplace. All right, so this is page 24. Thinking about this one because, well, let's just look at this vocabulary buildup. You know what? I have another activity. Forget this one. We're going to go with another one I have prepared for you guys. I think it's going to be a little bit better. So let's just complete this vocab. You have 12 minutes. Then I have something else for you. All right. That's it. There it is. I'm going to make 3 groups. Nah, 2 groups. You guys aren't many anyways. So 2 groups. 12 minutes. Okay, guys, let's go with the vocabulary. Go. Hello, Iliana, can you go? Okay, so I see you guys have similar definitions to that, which is good. Okay, guys. Now, I had another activity planned related to this, but the thing is, it uses a video, and we can't. I think I'm going to skip it. I'll just go to my new unit 3, making changes. Before we actually get to this, I need to see how much vocabulary you guys know about. See, this is activity I have for you, but it's got a YouTube video, so nah. Okay. I know there's a lot of vocabulary here you don't know, but that's why you guys are a group. You have to look for it. Even I even came across with a couple of words I did not know. For example, I found one right there. Baron. Is it here or is it in the other vocabulary? This one, look. I didn't know what it was until I started Googling. So now over here you have positive adjectives and negative adjectives. Exciting. Do you think that would be a positive or a negative? An exciting place.
It is positive. For me, it's positive.
Yes, gotta be. Okay, so it's a positive. Go in order.
Mm,
Okay, and then you have picturesque. Well, Google it.
positive.
What is this thing? Let me see a little
Mm.
square. Okay, so Google, and it's a lot. Appealing, bustling, lively, unhurried. It's a lot of vocabulary, I know, but try to learn at least 2 or 3 new words from this one. Okay, I don't expect you guys to learn it all, but whatever you think is very important, do learn it. Work in groups, complete, and then you know what to do, right? All right, so try to go in order. All right, here we go. Before we enter the new unit, you will learn some new words. There it is. Please divide the work, okay, guys? I'm only going to give you 15 minutes, so you have to divide it. And everybody start Googling, and then try to explain to your classmates what it is. If you don't do it, you're not going to be able to finish. 8:22. I'll give you 20 minutes, all right? But no more than that. That's it. After 20 minutes, I'm pulling you back. Let's see how you guys do this. I'm going to make 3 groups. Or you know what? Just 2 groups. I want to make sure you guys finish in time. Okay, divide the work. Divide it. Go.
Laura, send a screenshot.
10 out of 10. You guys did great. Awesome. I hope you learned at least 3 new words, guys. The ones that you consider to be very important. Can you tell me one of them that you think you're going to use?
The word is run down. It's not very important, but it's new.
Actually, it is pretty important because you can tell your daughter, "Oh no, you're not going out with me with those pants." Why, mama? Because they're all run down. You're going to embarrass me. So I think it is important. Another one, maybe. Anything else you consider to be important? None?
The word dreary.
Yes,
and
a
gloomy.
dreary. Like I can say last Wednesday was a dreary day for me. It was, very, very similar to gloomy, very sad, dark, dreary, right? Yeah, so yeah,
Dreary.
people do use the word. Don't think it's not common because it is common. I use it every once in a while. Okay, but now don't worry. If you did not learn new vocabulary, well, you will with this activity. So it's all about making changes in life. So I like the topic. It says compare houses and apartments. Discuss life changes. Okay, guys, now this is the same thing you guys were doing. It says, these words are used to describe houses and apartments. Which are positive, which are negative? Okay, right now, I would like you guys to repeat after me. Let's start with pronunciation. Let me zoom so you guys can see better. Okay, here we go. Bright,
Right.
bright,
Right,
Right.
right.
dingy,
Dingy,
private,
private,
comfortable,
Comfortable.
comfortable,
comfortable,
expensive,
expensive,
quiet,
Quiet.
Right.
convenient,
convenient,
huge,
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 run down,
run down,
cramped,
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 inconvenient,
inconvenient,
safe,
safe,
dangerous,
Dangerous.
dangerous,
Dangerous.
modern,
Modern.
modern,
Modern.
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 Yeah, no D, it's an R, modern.
Modern.
Yes. Small, dark, noisy, spacious, spacious.
Page.
Okay, guys, from the vocabulary we did before, I can see run down, I see dingy. What other vocabulary do you see from our prior activity? What other
cramped,
words? Repeat.
cramped,
Oh, cramped. Okay, we have another one. That's 3. Any others? Well, all right, don't worry. So right now, you guys are going to work alone, or do you want to work in small groups? Work in small groups. Okay. I would like you to discuss the meaning of all these words because these words are used to describe houses and apartments. We're going to need this vocabulary. So it says, tell your partner 2 positive and 2 negative features of your house or apartment. Once you guys identify the meaning of all this vocabulary, talk to your partner. What are positive or negative things about your house? Use the vocabulary, the new vocabulary. You can use this or from the prior activity. This is page 16. All right. So once you have finished writing down what is positive and what is negative, talk about your apartment or your neighborhood. Okay. So I can tell you, what my neighborhood is pretty bright, and it's definitely very convenient because Metro Centro is right here, like close to me, a block away. And my house, my house is pretty big, but my backyard, oh my goodness, my backyard is huge. I have a lot of trees out there, and right now my neighborhood's pretty safe. It is quiet at night, and my house is not very modern. Actually, it's my house is run down. But it isn't noisy. Some parts of the house are pretty dark, but most of them are pretty bright. Like the living rooms, bathroom, kitchen are very bright. And my living rooms are very spacious. Oh yes, both of them. I have 2 living rooms and they are spacious. However, my bedroom is kind of small. My bedroom's small. And well, I already used most of them. All right, guys. So then you're going to be doing that. All right. So first, let's identify the vocabulary. Here we go. If you cannot share screen or type, you guys can do it individually. All right. But make sure you guys understand the vocabulary. Are we good? All right.
Yes, teacher. What page is in the book?
16.
16. Okay.
Yes, page 16. Unit
Okay.
3, making changes
Okay.
and
Okay.
making life changes. So this is, but right now, let's only worry about part 1. Part 2 is with the audio, so don't worry about that yet. Let's get to work. Let's kind of do this as fast as we can
Okay.
because it is 8:50. Let's take 12 minutes. You guys know most of this vocabulary anyways, because you already saw it in the prior activity. Okay, 3 groups. Jaime Abraham can share from group 1. Group 2, I have Laura, Diana, Carlos, and Andres. Can somebody share from that group? Andres, Carlos, Diana, and Laura. Do I have somebody that can share?
I can.
Laura, good. Group number 1, I have Eva, Iliana, Julio, and Raquel. Can somebody share? Eva,
can, teacher.
Iliana. Okay, good. All right, let's go then. Everybody's good then. All right, so I have somebody that can share from every group. Go.
And even rolling skate, patinar.
You roller skating. Yeah. Imagine in your house is really big. Teacher,
Yeah.
Jaime told me about his house is really big. He practiced a lot of sports in his house.
Wow.
That's
Imagine.
one positive thing.
It's a positive thing of his house.
Wow. I always wanted to have a pool table in my house. I like pool.
Oh,
Right? Billiards, they call it pool.
billiard.
Yeah, they call it pool. I would love to have a pool table. Yeah, that would make me so happy. Okay, guys, let's turn on the cameras. Let's get that picture. Okay, on three. Everybody's going to say coffee. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Coffee.
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 Do you guys know how to say
Whiskey.
brindis?
Cheers.
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 Cheers. Cling. Exactly. Yes, cheers. Okay, here goes the
Cheer up.
attendance list. Bottoms up. Yes, another one. Diana, are you with us? Yes, you are.
Present, teacher.
No Hazel, right? No, no Hazel. Carlos Ernesto. Eva Maria.
I'm here, teacher.
Raquel Josefina.
Present.
Nice to have you back, Raquel. You disappeared from us. Diana.
Present.
Andres Giovanni.
Present, teacher.
Welcome back, Andres.
Thank you, teacher.
Julia
I live in
Caesar.
traffic.
Awesome. Julia Caesar. I saw Julia. Julia has been very quiet today, but he's here. Laura Carolina.
Present, teacher.
Awesome. Are you feeling better today, Laura? You were sick yesterday, right?
I feeling better today,
Awesome.
but
Awesome.
yesterday, no.
Yeah, yeah. I got that message. Petro. No Petro today?
Mm-mm.
Better today.
No.
Remember, it's December. It's a hard
Too
season.
much
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
hard
Probably
season
working.
to him.
Yeah, I know. Paola Elizabeth. No,
No
Pao
Paola
today.
today.
No. Hector Mauricio. Kevin Emmanuel. No Kevin.
No Kevin today.
Iliana Elizabeth.
Present, teacher.
And Jaime.
Present.
Okay, did I get everybody? Can you check? Hazel. Carlos Ernesto.
Carlos Ernesto, teacher, I see Carlos Ernesto, but maybe disconnected because
Really?
we
You
we have
practice
it
with him.
in the first activity
Ah,
in my group, but
all right.
right now
All
maybe
right.
it's disconnected.
Yeah, something must have happened. All right. I think this is it. No Hector, right? No Kevin. All right. With no further ado, let's move on then. Okay, let's continue now. Listening. Let's get ready for our comprehension abilities. Now, it says here.
Unit 3, Making Changes. Page 16, Exercise 2, Perspectives. How's your new apartment? Part A. Listen to a family talk about their new apartment. Which opinions are about the building or the neighborhood? Which are about the apartment?
I don't like living in an apartment. We don't have as much privacy as we had in our old place.
I just can't sleep at night. The neighbors make too much noise. The building isn't as quiet as our old one.
The new apartment is too dark and too hot. There aren't enough windows.
Our new apartment isn't big enough for our family. We don't have a big kitchen anymore, so cooking is difficult.
The location is just as convenient as the old one, but there aren't as many good restaurants around.
Listen again.
Unit 3. Making Changes. Page 16. Exercise 2. Perspectives. How's your new apartment? Part A. Listen to a family talk about their new apartment. Which opinions are about the building or the neighborhood? Which are about the apartment?
I don't like living in an apartment. We don't have as much privacy as we had in our old place.
I just can't sleep at night. The neighbors make too much noise. The building isn't as quiet as our old one.
The new apartment is too dark and too hot. There aren't enough windows.
Our new apartment isn't big enough for our family. We don't have a big kitchen anymore, so cooking is difficult.
The location is just as convenient as the old one, but there aren't as many good restaurants around.
Okay, so which opinions are about the neighborhood and which opinions are about the apartment? Number 1, neighborhood or apartment?
Apartment.
Yes. Number 2, apartment or neighborhood?
Neighborhood.
Very noise.
Neighborhood. Yes, it's the neighborhoods. A noisy neighborhood, noisy neighbors. Number 3, obviously, apartment, right? Number 4,
Apartment.
apartment. And 5, the location is
The
just
location.
as convenient as the old one.
The neighborhood.
Neighborhood, yes. Okay. I hope you guys paid attention to some of these comparisons that they did, because that's what most of the rest of the class is all about. Now it says, look at the opinions, talk about similar problems you have. For example, my next door neighbors make too much noise. They have parties every Saturday. B, and the other says, my brother has the same problem. His neighbor's band practices all weekend. Okay, now it's time for us to talk about our problems with our neighbors, or with the houses. We can talk about your houses or your neighbors or neighborhood. For example, about my neighborhood. Okay, I think there are too many cats. There are too many cats around my neighborhood. So sometimes things can get a little noisy. Because when cats fight, my dogs go crazy and they make a lot of noise. Come on, let's talk. Somebody else tell me, what are the problems you have in your neighborhood?
I could say that the problem in my neighbor is the neighbors themselves, because there are some of them who are, I don't know why, but they're really gossip.
Okay, so
yeah, should be a problem.
so your neighbors are very, I'm trying to look for, I want to type. Okay, let me get this. I need my tools right now.
Especially those in front of my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said your neighbors are gossipy, right?
Yes.
I don't know. It says gossipy. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Is it Gossepy? Gossip. Well, look, Google it and tell me if it's wrong. Okay, you have or it's a synonym for nosy, nosy neighbors, or pesky, pesky neighbors. Okay, so gossipy, nosy, pesky. Okay. Can you guys see what I'm typing?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, you see it. Okay. I just want to make sure sometimes. Yes, gossipy. Gossipy neighbors means chismosos. Chismosas. Nosy. What is nosy, guys?
Ruidoso.
No, that's noisy. This is
Ah, no,
nosy.
sí.
Mm-hmm.
Nosy.
Yeah. Comes from the word nose. Like, dogs, they go, they're smelling everywhere. So that's where that word comes from, nosy.
Oh, it's like
But
metido, es como metido.
Metidos, right?
Curious.
Metiches, we call it, right? And then you have another one, pesky. Now this one, I have used it a lot. I have never Googled it. I learned how to use it with never ever translating it, but now I put it on the translator and it tells me like damned, but pesky neighbors. Okay, guys, have you ever seen this word? It's good that you learn it because you may need to use it or somebody might use it.
It's like annoying or causing trouble.
Yeah, like damned, damn neighbors. Damn, right? Like damn it, damn neighbors.
It's like those pesky kids.
Yes. So that's another word we can use to describe our neighbors. Gossipy, nosy. Anybody else want to tell me about your neighbors? What else can you tell me about them? Like for example, there is a mechanic shop 2 houses from mine, and when they use spray paint, I can smell the paint. The odor comes to my backyard. I can smell it. It is a little bit annoying. More conversation. Less from the teacher, more from the students.
Okay, I told to Jaime in the past activity negative features for my house. And I told to him about my next door neighbor. He's a really noisy man. He's a really conflictive man. And on night at night, he put the music in high volume, and sometimes my family can't sleep because the man put like a music like Bad Bunny, Peso Pluma, another annoying.
Have you guys ever considered calling the cops on him? Because now it is illegal. You cannot do that.
Yeah, that is sometimes the police come, but when he listened the car, and that man have a camera, and I think he watched when the patrol and stop the music, and nobody. No, it's really annoying, but it's a very conflicted man. It's very conflicted, and
pesky neighbor.
Pesky
Yeah,
man.
you know what, guys? About it must have been about 8 months ago. The house in front of mine was for rent. So a few people rented it. and they were gangbangers. Yeah, so they were gangbangers, and they have rented it. No, you know what? It's more than no. Wait, that was way before that. It's been a while now. I don't know what I'm thinking about. It was like years ago. It was years ago. But they had rented the house in front of mine, and they would come. Some guys would come to the front, and they were all tattooed, smoking and drinking. It was really an uncomfortable feeling because like neighborhood is really safe, and within people, things totally changed. So yeah, luckily,
it's like my case,
It
teacher,
was awkward.
because that guy is drinking on Friday and Saturday and put the music
wow.
and sometimes put the movies with a big speaker, and you like surround, and you hear the movie in my house. It's really noisy, really pesky.
Yeah, some people are really annoying.
And it's only one person in a big house. Imagine, teacher, it's only one man in a big house.
That was
It's
the
all
case. That was the case with at my mom's house. There were a couple of nurses that were renting the house next door. My God, those women, they were incredible. They kept turning music so loud. And then a lot of men started coming around. Man, it was so uncomfortable. Okay, now guys, we're going to move on to evaluations and comparisons. This is exactly what the last audio was about. That's why I wanted to play it a couple of times. Let's listen to the way people compare things. And then we have some exercises, of course.
Page 17. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Evaluations and comparisons. Evaluations with adjectives.
Our apartment isn't big enough for our family.
This apartment is too hot.
Evaluations with nouns.
There aren't enough windows.
The neighbors make too much noise.
Comparisons with adjectives.
The building isn't as quiet as our old one.
The location is just as convenient as the old one.
Comparisons with nouns.
We don't have as many bedrooms as we used to.
We don't have as much privacy as we had.
Page 17. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Evaluations and comparisons. Evaluations with adjectives.
Our apartment isn't big enough for our family.
This apartment is too hot.
Evaluations with nouns.
There aren't enough windows.
The neighbors make too much noise.
Comparisons with adjectives.
The building isn't as quiet as our old one.
The location is just as convenient as the old one.
Comparisons with nouns.
We don't have as many bedrooms as we used to.
We don't have as much privacy as we had.
Okay, so this is what we were doing just recently when we were talking about the neighborhoods or the houses. Now, imagine you are looking for a house or an apartment to rent. Read the two advertisements, the two ads, then rewrite the opinions using the words in parentheses. Compare with a partner. What am I talking about? Well, this is it. Now, let's look at the first apartment, guys. And this is what we have. Okay, look, spacious modern house, and you have a comfortable apartment. Now, what are the differences? Okay, this one has 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom in quiet suburbs, 20 miles from downtown, 2-car garage, price 1,500 per month. Now you have the apartment. It says it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's downtown near the subway, 1 parking space, built in 1920s, 900 per month. Okay, so now from here, it says the house is 20 miles from downtown too. Okay, the house is 20 miles from downtown. We're going to use this one. So, can you make a sentence using to? Like, for example, it's too far from downtown. So you have to. It's too far from downtown. Now you have to here for number 2. It says it's not convenient enough.
It's too expensive for my family, I think.
Or you can use convenient.
It's
What is the opposite of convenient?
inconvenient.
Inconvenient. So it's too inconvenient. It's too inconvenient. That could be an example, right? We're using too, and all we're doing is changing convenient for inconvenient. It's too inconvenient. Now you have not enough, guys. Not enough. It has only 1 bathroom. So you're going to use enough.
Enough. Oh. Maybe I can. Maybe isn't.
How would you say no tiene suficientes baños?
Depend of the contract.
Julio, no se te escucha.
Ahora.
Yes.
Oh my God. It depends of the how much family.
How many? Yes.
have.
How many people
How
are in
many?
the family?
Yes.
Yeah, but still, even if it's but remember, we're going to use not enough. So maybe they're talking about a 5 people family, you know? So it has only 1 bathroom.
For me, it's an out.
But let's use not enough.
Isn't no.
Or not. And
No.
there aren't enough bathrooms.
There aren't enough.
There aren't enough bathrooms.
Bathrooms. There aren't enough bathrooms. There aren't enough bathrooms. That's what I'm looking for. Now, number 4, you have 2. The rent is very high.
Yes, very, very hard.
So
maybe the rent is too expensive.
It's too high, yeah. Or too expensive, it's the same thing. The rent is too high, or the rent is too expensive. You're using two. The rent is very high, the rent is too expensive or too high. Number 5, the apartment is too old, not enough.
Not enough.
Okay, so you're going to use not enough. What is the opposite of old?
New.
Or
modern.
That's the one I'm looking for. So remember, we're going to change that, right? We're going to change old for modern. Not enough. Give me a sentence. Think about.
The apartment is too old.
It's not modern enough.
Yes, the apartment is not modern enough. So you have not enough, and then you have old. So old, we're going to change it. So the apartment is not modern enough. The apartment is not modern enough. Now let's go to another one with not enough. It says there are only 2 bedrooms. Not enough.
There aren't enough rooms.
You almost had it. What are we talking about?
Bedrooms.
Okay, make the sentence again.
There
There aren't enough bedrooms.
Yes, that's all you have to change. Yes, there aren't enough bedrooms. So there are only 2 bedrooms, not enough. So there aren't enough bedrooms. Okay, the next one. You have 2. It's not spacious enough. What is the opposite of spacious?
Small.
No, you guys saw it before.
Cramped.
Yes.
Cramped.
Okay, so, or you know what? Small can be also done with it. Yes, it's too small or it's too cramped.
Cramped.
Okay, small, cramped, they're all about the same. Yeah, it's not spacious enough. So it's too small or it's too cramped. That's it. There's only 1 parking space. Not enough.
There parking enough.
No, you're missing something very important there.
There is not enough parking space.
Okay, repeat one more time. What?
There is not enough parking space.
There is not enough parking space. There isn't enough parking space. There is not enough parking space. The same sentence. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? Let's see what this other activity is about.
Yes, it's a little bit difficult to.
Yeah, you have to learn
to find the
the correct words.
The correct
you're
word,
looking
yeah.
for. Yeah, it is. I know, because especially the ones that you have to change the adjectives, right? For example, I think the one that was kind of difficult for you guys must have been this ones. Let me see. Which ones were the difficult ones that you guys like convenient? You had to change it for inconvenient, right? It's too inconvenient. So convenient, you had to change it to the complete opposite. Another one. There aren't enough bathrooms. Okay, the rent is too high. Okay, for example, this one, the rent is too high. So you could have said it's too expensive or the rent is too high. It's too expensive or it's too high. But I'm looking for one that you actually, okay, too old. This one, old. So in this one, for number 5, you guys had to you could not use old anymore. So you changed old for modern. So that's where knowing a lot of vocabulary comes in handy, right? That's when you're going to use all your vocabulary whenever you're doing things like this. The apartment is too old. The apartment isn't modern enough. So you changed old for modern. So I think that's the one that we're going to struggle with the most. But let's try to do this ones together, all right? Now, I want you to notice this other type of comparisons that they used. It says, Write comparisons of the house and the apartment using these words. Add as blank as, then compare with a partner. For example, the apartment isn't as big as the house. The apartment isn't as big as the house. The apartment doesn't have as many bedrooms as the house. So we have, in this case, we used big, and then we use this one as bedrooms. Okay, now we're going to use bathrooms. Bathrooms. Make a sentence, guys. Now, how many bathrooms does this one have? They both have one bathroom. Look, one bathroom, one bathroom. Okay,
One
so how
bathroom
can...
in both.
Yes, so how can we make a sentence using them? We're going to use either comparisons, the comparisons of the house. So
And
let's think
maybe
about this one.
maybe maybe the both places doesn't have many bathrooms.
No, in this case, we're changing the structure. Now we're
Oh,
going to use as. I'm going to give you an example. Let me use bathrooms. The house has as many bathrooms as the apartment. So the house has as many bathrooms as the apartment. As. The house has as many bathrooms as the apartment. Okay, why? Because they both have only one. Now, let's see 3 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. The apartment doesn't have as many bedrooms as the house. You see what I did? The apartment doesn't have as many bedrooms as the house. That is for bedrooms. Now, we use bathrooms and bedrooms. Now, you have near the subway. We can use modern, no, we can use convenient. 20 miles. I would say the house is not as convenient as the apartment. The house is not as convenient as the apartment. Do you guys agree? Because look, it's 20 miles from downtown. And this one, everything's near a subway. And I think so.
but it's old. But it's old.
Okay, let's use old. Let's use old. Come on, make a comparison. This is what I want from you guys. How would you say el apartamento no es tan moderno como la casa? That's what I'm looking for. El apartamento no es tan moderno como la casa. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Everybody do it in your heads. Everybody do it in your heads.
The apartment isn't modern as the house.
Okay, you missed one little thing. One little thing you missed.
Sorry. The apartment isn't as modern or modern as?
No. You had it.
As
Continue
modern?
As
modern as apartment.
Yes, at the house. Okay, at the house.
At the
but
house.
you almost had it. You almost had it. Do it one more time.
The apartment isn't as modern as the house.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Yes. That's how you make those comparisons.
I'm feeling nervous.
No, don't worry, but you got it, right? You got it. As, you need to use as 2 times. Now, let's use
great.
yeah. What about this one? Let's use bathrooms. Spacious. Okay, let's use spacious. Okay, guys, let's make a comparison with spacious. Look. Ooh. Okay, spacious. El apartamento no es tan espacioso como la casa. How would you say that?
It's the same. The apartment isn't as spacious as the house.
Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. You see, the more you practice, the better you get. Now you have private. Private.
The apartment isn't as private as the house.
Yes. The apartment isn't as private as the house. It's not. So because you know what? It says here in quiet suburbs.
Teacher,
So
I think we have problem because it's using as 2 times. I think
yeah,
for
exactly.
me it's a very difficult to use because when you use that 2 words in your head, you think maybe it's wrong because I use 2 times as.
Yeah, because in Spanish it will be tan como. In English, as. You know what I'm saying?
As.
Yes, as. Correct. So, in Spanish, yes, you use yeah, you use them differently. So that's a thing. Noisy. Okay, which one do you think is noisier? Which one do you think? Okay, let's make comparisons now. Which one is noisier?
Superlative.
I think
So,
it depends. If
Noise.
you're talking about
noisier.
inner noise or outer noise.
Inside the locations. Where do you think it's noisier? I would say the apartment.
Maybe apartment. Yeah.
Yeah, so the apartment is noisier. So
Near
you
the
can
subway.
say yeah. Oh yeah, it's near the subway too, you know.
Closer to noisier areas.
Yeah, so you can say the house is not as noisy as the apartment because the apartment is noisier. The apartment is noisier. The house is not as noisy as the apartment. So?
Yeah.
More or less.
Okay, expensive.
The house is the apartment isn't as sorry, I'm confused. The house is more expensive. The house sorry, I don't know.
Today you guys are going to end up class with a headache. But this guys.
Stressful.
Okay, so we have expensive. You can say, can somebody else help me? I don't want to do it.
And the apartment is not as expensive as the house.
Yeah, yes, correct.
Yes.
The apartment is not as expensive as
the
the
house.
apartment. The house, yeah. I'm getting confused now. Okay, now, let's talk about your family. Like I can say, my father was not as patient as my mother. I am not as patient as my wife. My Chihuahua is not as big as my German Shepherd. You guys make comparisons now. Come on, do it.
My younger brother is not as strong as me.
Good. That's correct. Somebody else.
My sister isn't as much of a movie lover as I am.
Okay, okay, good. My sister is not as much of a lover, no, as much as a movie lover as I
Movie
am.
lover.
That's good. Okay, you guys are doing your best. That's what I want. Okay, so let's compare a restaurant. Let's compare Little Caesars and Pizza Hut.
Little Caesar is not as expensive as Pizza Hut.
Correct.
Or maybe Little Caesar is not as famous as Pizza Hut.
Okay, that's another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Little Caesars does not have such good service as Pizza Hut, right? The service is big difference. Okay, guys. Well, tomorrow we're going to continue with this. I am going to a burger somebody brought me, already got cold. So it's not as hot as it came. My burger is not as hot as when it came here. Okay, so thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. God bless. Take care.
Good night.
God bless,
Good night, guys.
teacher.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See y'all.
I'm as tired as all of you. Teacher, I had a question.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to know if there's homework to do.
Homework. Yeah, look, I forgot to talk about that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. I had it ready and I was supposed to talk about this. Oh, this is not it. Wait. I'm going to show you 1 second. Wait a minute. This is what I wanted to show you. Should be right here. The only homework we have pending here. Okay, do you see your name for Unit 1? No, right?
For Unit 1, no.
No, you're good with that. Okay, let's check Unit 2, because Unit 2 should be done by now. Because we're almost done with it. No, you did. You're the only one that did it. That's it. Everybody else owes me the homework. You see that? Everybody.
Unit 3, nothing.
Only you. Two.
Yeah.
Only 3 people have done it. Only the 2 that I graded and you. That's it. So you're all right.
Unit 3, not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. Not Unit 3.
Okay.
By the end of the week, we should be able to do that.
Okay.
All right.
That's all. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night.